It's J-Rod here for Rich Retirement TV, and in case you didn't already know, we are about to enjoy one of the biggest events in the tech world of the year. Apple, the most valuable company in the world and the maker of the iPhone, is on the verge of announcing their keynote event where they'll introduce their new iPhone lineup and other products that are expected to drop in the fall here or in the beginning of 2021. And it's a huge event because so much of the tech world revolves around kind of what Apple does. I mean, the iPhone is one of the best-selling consumer tech products in the world, and they enjoy a lot of revenue from that. But the companies that help produce the iPhone, their suppliers, they also do very well too. And you see these events, who's in the club, who's out of the club. So right now you're seeing a lot of activity around what's going to happen at this event. And while a lot of people are kind of looking at Apple, I want to take a look at their suppliers because Apple can provide a lot of pop around this event. It's their suppliers that can really produce some outperformance over, even in some cases, over Apple stock. And today I want to take a look at one of their biggest suppliers and why I think that they're poised to soar. But before I get into that, I just want to say congratulations. If you watched my video last week, I highlighted a stock called AVGO, one of my favorite 5G plays, and they exploded over the last week. So some of you who've watched the video have had a chance to take home a gain of more than 60% in less than a week. I still love this company a lot, AVGO. I think it's got a lot more upside, but this is why you got to keep watching these videos. These moves can happen very, very quickly in the stock, and if you're looking to catch up on your retirement, or you're in retirement, you're looking to pad your income. These kinds of plays, the ones that I highlight here at Rich Retirement TV, can have a huge impact on your retirement here. But let's go ahead and dig into my favorite stock right now. Small. There we go. And here's a quick look at AVGO. But the company that we want to take a look at today is Broadcom. Broadcom Incorporated, ticker AVGO. They're a wireless communications chip maker, and they're one of Apple's biggest suppliers. They've produced Apple's Wi-Fi chip, their Bluetooth chip, and their touch controller. The piece of equipment that manages all the touches, and you're touching your iPhone all the time. Broadcom's chip system facilitates all that stuff on the inside of the iPhone. Broadcom reports earnings on Thursday, and if you take a look here, that just tomorrow. Stock has exploded just in the last couple of days. No surprise here. I mean, the company has either met or exceeded expectations in 7 of the last 8 quarters. I expect to see outperformance yet again. We may see some more effects from the COVID shutdown. As you might remember, supply chains were cut off. Sure, if you went to the grocery store, you noticed that some products were not available, or if you tried to order things on Amazon, they were temporarily unavailable because of restrictions on imports and whatnot from overseas. And so some of that may move into we may see some of that in the second quarter, but really what we're looking for here is the strength of build-up for the new iPhone and other. They're also a big data center play. Their chips are integral in doing wireless communications, not just through the iPhone, but for big data centers and whatnot. So we'll see that that kind of that growth in this quarter's earnings. But the three things I love about Broadcom right now is, as you can see here on the chart, the company just exploded to a new all-time high just ahead of earnings. I think yesterday's move was almost 4%. And you take a look. There's a highlight the range here, but you take a look. You see most of the action here for the stock has been contained between $350 and $300 a share. And on yesterday, a report dropped yesterday from Bloomberg that Apple was asking its suppliers to prepare for 75 million iPhone shipments, and Broadcom, again being a key supplier to Apple and several components of their phone, they saw a huge pop on that news, and again, ahead of earnings, big bullish indicator here. But as you can see, that range there between $350 and $300, $50 range. You slap it here on the top of that, slap it on top of 350. That gives you $400 price target. That's 14% upside from that 350 level, roughly from where the stock's trading now too. So you've got double-digit upside here just on this breakout alone. But if we take away the range here, we just look at the momentum of this stock. Again, you see well supported over the last 5 months or so. Well supported. The rally here, it has built strategically. It's in the stair-stepping kind of motion. We didn't see a huge drop off as we saw in March, and then followed by a rapid shoot back up. The recovery has been more measured. We've got strong support here at the 50-day moving average. We've got a flat. Actually, now we have an uptrending 200-day moving average, telling you again the trend in the short term, the medium term, and the long term is high, or is bullish here. And you take a look. We're looking here at roughly a 1-year chart. The momentum is very strong here, even on the long term. You see here, over the last couple of years that the stock has kind of pushed up here against 320, smashed out above there. And you take a look just at the 50-week moving average here, which is the red line, and the 200-week moving average, the blue line. Very well supported. The stock only spent a couple of weeks during the COVID crash below the 200-week moving average and quickly made its way back higher. So you got a lot of long-term momentum here. I expect this momentum to continue. As the 5G rollout continues. A lot of those gains are going to be backloaded for the big 5G names. I talked a lot about 5G in last week's video. We're just getting started with the big telecoms rolling out their 5G networks here. But taking a closer look here, you can't see it on the chart, but one of the other things I love about Broadcom right now is that they pay a 3.7% dividend. That's more than double the S&P 500. It's more than double the Nasdaq at 1.8 and 1.5% respectively, and that makes a difference. There are not a lot of really big. There's not a lot of big tech companies that pay a strong dividend. A lot of tech companies don't pay dividends at all. So the fact that you can get into a momentum stock like Broadcom and capture a dividend that's pretty high. Again, look at your bank statement. You're lucky to be getting 0.1% in interest, whereas owning a share of AVGO, it pays you out nearly 5%, nearly 4% annually. That's a very big deal in the tech space. So between capital appreciation and tech, and the dividend here, you could be getting anywhere 20% over the next 6 to 12 months. That's a meaningful gain there for your retirement account. And lastly, just in the 5G rollout, Broadcom is one of Apple's biggest, key suppliers here. But they've got a lot of other things going on. Again, I mentioned the data center business before. You got there's a lot of growth in all aspects of Broadcom's business. We will have to take a look at the supply chain as we move forward, in case we have another wave of COVID before things really calm down. But expect to see as Apple announces its keynote event and talks up its new phones, that Broadcom will continue to pop. So you've still got some time. We've got a breakout here in the near term, but you've still got time before the big show happens when Apple has its keynote event. So take advantage of this big time tech dividend pair while you can. And again, thank you. If you took advantage of last week's big gainer and go, leave a message there in the comments, or shoot me a message here on your platform, either email or YouTube. Would definitely love to hear from you. But again, thanks for watching today's video on Broadcom, one of Apple's big key suppliers here. Ticker again is AVGO. A lot to love here. Thanks so much for watching. And on behalf of Rich Retirement TV, I'm Jonathan Rodriguez, J-Rod for short. I'll see you next week.